Shalom.
Shalom, brothers and sisters.
We left off where we was talking about the three witnesses that bear record in heaven and how they are on one accord, but they're not the same person or the same thing. Just like the three witnesses that bear record on earth are not the same. Okay? But they're on one accord with each other. Okay? So that totally breaks down the lie. Okay? The Roman Catholic lie about the Trinity. Okay? They wanted us to worship the Greek deities Zeus, Jupiter, and Poseidon. Okay? So with that, now that we have broken down that lie, now let's move on to the Immaculate Conception. Is it biblical or is it a lie? Okay, let's first go to 1 Thessalonians 5 and 21.
1 Thessalonians 5, verse 21. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
So the Bible is telling us to prove all things. Okay, to make sure that we hold fast that which is good. Okay, what is good? God. What we read in John, where the man came to Jesus and said, "Good sir," and he said, "Why does you call me good? There is no one good save the Father. He's good." That's why if we go back to 1 John 4 verse 1 to 3, it says, "Try the spirits of God to see that it's good." And how do we do that? Through the Word. Okay. Now let's go to Matthew 1 verse 1 through 2.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 1 to 2. The book of the generations of Jesus Christ, the Son of David.
Okay. So now that we're going through the generations of Yeshua, who we blindly call Jesus today. Okay. We're going to break down the lineage of him to see, so that we can prove that the Immaculate Conception is another lie that the Roman Catholics have instituted as doctrine in our churches, and we're blindly following after this, not questioning the fact that the Bible totally goes against it. Okay? Read.
The son of Abraham. Abraham begotten Isaac, and Isaac begotten Jacob, and Jacob begotten Judas, his brother.
Okay? So we see a pattern here. Okay? The pattern is that the men begot sons. Okay? In order to be an Israelite, the father must be an Israelite. You're only an Israelite through your father. Okay? Not through the mother. Let's find out if Jesus was born of just a woman, as the Immaculate Conception says. Let's go to Matthew 1, verse 16.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 16. And Jacob begotten Joseph.
Oh, hold up. So now we're getting to Jacob, another man who begot Joseph, another man, a son. Okay? Who is Joseph? Read.
Joseph, the husband of Mary.
Okay, so now we're getting a clear understanding. Okay? Joseph is the husband of Mary. They were married. Okay? The churches tell you they was only married after Christ was born. Let's see if that is true.
Of whom was born Jesus, whom is called Christ.
There it is. Okay? Jesus was born, or Yeshua was born, of his father, Joseph. Okay? Not of just Mary. Okay? Now, in the book of Enoch, they teach that the angels came down and mated with the women, and God saw that and said that was an abomination, and cursed those angels. So what the church is saying is he's going to go against his own word and do that which he told those angels not to do. Okay, let's read. Let's go to Hebrews 2 and verse 7 and verse 7. So now we're getting a clear understanding of this. And the churches also teach you,
Hebrews
2.
Hebrews 2.
The churches also teach you that we should worship Jesus' birthday, which is on December the 25th, which is another lie. His birthday was not in the dead of winter. It says that he was born on the harvest month, which is the month of Abib. If you translate that from Hebrew, is April. Okay? Nimrod's birthday was on December the 25th. And his mother's birthday was on Easter.
That's
okay?
crazy. That's just crazy.
And you can't get 3 days from him dying on Black Friday and Sunday. That's total madness. If he died on Friday, you don't count that day, but you count the times, because he says that he will dwell in the belly of the earth 3 days. Saturday, Sunday. It doesn't match. It's only 2 days. Okay? And regardless of that, he was not even risen on a Sunday. He was risen on a Saturday. Okay?
Which is the Sabbath.
Which is the Sabbath day. All right? Read what you got. Call it and read it.
Okay. Hebrews chapter 2, verse 7. Thus making him a little lower than an angel. Little lower than an angel, who crown him with glory and honor, and does set him over the works of thine hand.
Okay, so the Bible says that Ahiah made Yeshua, which is Christ, lower than the angels. How? And it also says that he crowned him. Okay? So if he's not an angel, and he's a little bit lower than angels, he must be flesh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's get a clearer understanding of what the Bible is talking about. Let's go to verse 9.
Hebrews chapter 2, verse 9. But we see Jesus, whom was made a little lower than an angel, for the suffering of death, crowned with glory and honor, that he by the grace of God should taste death for every man.
Okay, you see there, that's a clear understanding. It ties right back into verse 7, where he says that he was made lower than the angels. Okay, so that he can taste death. Why? Because the Israelites needed a sacrifice. Okay, we needed that sacrificial lamb. Okay, and that's where every man comes from. At the end of that verse it says, for every man, the Israelites. In Matthew he says, I come for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Okay. Also it says that he was born to save his people. That's every man. Not the whole world. Just Israel. And we're going to prove that. Okay. But first let's go to Hebrews 2 and verse 16.
Hebrews chapter 2, verse 16. For verily he took not on him the nature of angels.
Okay, so now we see what verse 7 and verse 9 was talking about. God made him lower than the angels. Therefore, he could not have put on the nature of angels. Okay, read.
But he took on him the seed of Abraham.
That's the point. If he did not come with the nature of an angel, then that means he came in the flesh. Okay? And again, another thing. Why would Satan say, isn't it so that if you cast yourself over this mountain, that all you have to do is pray to the Father that he would send you a league of angels to come and save you? If he was an angel himself, why couldn't he just save himself? Again, that is another lie of the Immaculate Conception. He came in the flesh according to the law of birth. We read that in Galatians 4 and 4. That he was made by a woman by the law. Okay? So we're going to go on to Proverbs 6 and 23. So now we're going to touch a little bit more on the law. We're going to touch a little bit more on the law to see that the law itself stands forever. Yeshua himself says, I did not come to destroy the law, nor the prophets. Okay? So now we're going to go to Proverbs 6 and 23, and hopefully you have your notepads and your pens with you, so that you can write these scriptures down and you can prove us. Remember, 1 Thessalonians says, prove all things.
Chapter 6, verse 21.
23. Okay, so you still have to prove us. Okay, by the Bible. All right, read. Go ahead, read.
For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is a light, and reproving of instructions are the way of life.
Okay, so the Bible says that the law is the commandment. Okay, and it reproves. What does reprove? Correct. All right, and Christ says, "I'm the light of the world," which is the law. Meaning he was going to bring forth the law. All right. He also says that I am the way, the truth, and the life. That is going to bring us back to the Father. Okay. So let's go down to Psalms 19 and 7. Psalms 19 and 7. And again, now we're breaking down the lying doctrines of the Roman Catholics and the Christian Church, teaching that there is an immaculate conception, but that is not in the Bible, just like the Trinity is not in the Bible, which we broke down earlier.
People crazy, man. A bunch of craziness going on, a bunch of madness going on in this world.
Exactly. So you got Psalms 19 and 7?
Yeah, Psalms 19, verse 7.
Read.
Psalms 19, verse 7. The law of the Lord is perfect, converting souls.
Okay, hold on. So the Bible says the law of the Lord is perfect. So why would Ahiah break his perfect law to have his son born out of it? So the same law that Christ was born out of, he's not going to come and break it. Is Yeshua greater than his father? Or did he come to do the will of his father? Read.
The testimony of the Lord is sure, making wise the simple.
Okay, so what it's saying is it's going to make wise the simple. Okay, this Bible is simple to understand. All right, but you have lying preachers, you have lying doctrines out there that are teaching our people that there is a Trinity, that we don't have to keep the laws of God, and that there's an immaculate conception, which is utter madness.
That's a bunch of madness.
It is a lie completely. Okay.